of us talking about Sharon Moore getting fired at Michigan.
But it's interesting. Is this not the most interesting thing happening right now?
Yes.
Hands
down. Hands down.
And we just like
in like stories, period.
And we just stole oil from a whole nation, right?
Whatever.
Like we're not interested in that. This is interesting. But all right, fine.
No, we can keep going.
But I don't understand how it's on me after firing you. Your actions are my responsibility at that point. I don't understand that part.
That's just how corporate blueprints work. You just want to, from a corporation safety standpoint, you want to have as many layers of protection as humanly possible. So in order to give yourself those layers, it would have benefited Ward Manuel to have an HR rep, a security rep, something from the university with him when he fired Sharon Moore. It's extra paper trail. We went through this the right way. We did this as best we could. What he does afterwards, because you're right, what he does afterwards is on his responsibility, but you don't want to give any extra credence to the idea that maybe he acted this way because of how the firing went down. That's just the back-ended nature of running a business or running an athletic department or running a school.
All right. I think Ward is fine. The last 3 hires he's had been really, really good hires. Hockey's back #1 in the nation.
Oh, thank God.
Men's basketball is rolling. You can say Jacob brought up the Juwan Howard slapping everybody, but Juwan Howard got to a Sweet 16, Elite 8, and won the Big Ten regular season in 3 years, right? Like, that is a good hire. And then when it went bad, when he started trying to fight the strength and conditioning coach, and when his heart, he started having health issues, they said, okay, we got to move on. They moved on from him. They brought in Dusty May, and they continue to roll. Like, Ward Manuel is a good athletic director. I don't think he needs to be let go.
Well, we'll see a further timeline of the whole Sharon Moore
wait to get
situation,
this.
too. I want a full timeline. I want an E-True Hollywood story. Bring them back.
Dateline.
For this case. Dateline. What's up, everybody? It is Friday, December 12th. It is going to be a good day. I know it didn't feel that way yesterday. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, the woes of being a Memphis Grizzlies fan as Ja Morant trends to come back tonight against the Utah Jazz. Zach Edey now out for 4 weeks. We will get into the injury news from yesterday into Ja Morant's potential return. Lang Whitaker will join us to talk about it all. His Atlanta Falcons got a big win last night, too. Hope you weren't playing against Kyle Pitts in fantasy football. Todd Bowles dropped 7 F-bombs in his press conference after the game. We'll get into Thursday Night Football. We'll also do our RAGGOWs, our games of the weekend in college football and the NFL. Bowl weekend starts in college football. Light fare of college games, but some big NFL matchups coming up. We'll end with a little music Friday. There is a country band accused of putting on a demonic show at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Beyonce is doing the Met Gala. We'll get into the music news, what we are listening to. It's a Friday. You know what we say. You know the Grizzlies have only played 6 minutes this season with their 3 most important players?
Oh, good. They'll play more.
I thought we got to retire that.
They'll play more tonight, maybe? No.
The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. MJ, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
In the 7 games that he has played, they have been the best rebounding team and the best assist team in the NBA. And a lot of that goes to Vince Williams, who has been Rondo.
Vince Rondo, man.
But this is 100% attributable to Zach Edey.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, TGIF. Happy Grizzlies game day. But CJ, do you know what all I want for Christmas is?
What?
All I want for Christmas is for Grizz PR to stop sending updates that ruin my day. And I know I wasn't alone yesterday. And I was already having a bad day yesterday. I had to survive your crash out over the Sharon Moore situation at Michigan. I have to survive construction going on outside of my house that is so loud that it shakes my condo every time they're using a drill on the concrete outside. I had to drive all the way out to East Memphis, and I hate getting in my car and driving. It really bums me out. And so I finally got home yesterday, and I was gonna go take a nice walk because the sun was out, and it was 52 degrees. And I said, I'm gonna take a nice little walk down by the river. And then my phone buzzed, and it was an email, and it said, Grizzlies medical update. And usually, that's kind of a dreaded notification for me to get, but stupid me, I allowed myself to be briefly flooded with excitement because I thought maybe, perhaps, we were getting a official designation on Ja Morant, and maybe the Grizzlies medical update would be calf is strained no more, get ready for 12-12 day with 12 coming back for Grizzlies Jazz. And instead, I read the following. Zach Edey has been diagnosed with a stress reaction in his left ankle. He is expected to make a full recovery following a period of offloading and rehabilitation. Edey will be reevaluated in approximately 4 weeks, and further updates will be provided as appropriate. But it didn't end there. It didn't end there because then it said, John Konchar sustained a UCL tear in his left thumb during the Grizzlies' most recent game on December 7th versus Portland and will undergo a procedure to repair the injury. He is expected to make a full recovery, and a timeline for his return will be provided following the procedure. And then it said Javon Small is progressing well. I like progressing well in his rehabilitation from a turf toe injury in his left foot. He's expected to return to play in 3 to 5 weeks, and further updates will be provided as appropriate. I hate further updates being provided when appropriate. And I just want to see Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey all playing together. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Okay, no answer? The answer is yes. Apparently it's too much to ask.
What do you want me to say? You know it's too much to ask. If it wasn't too much to ask, then it would happen. It would happen. I was on the odds couple, and Rosa's eyes get real big, and then his head just immediately sinks into his chest. And then he shares the news with us. And, we're a talkative playful bunch, and yesterday was a playful show, so go check it out. Good information there. Grind City Media subsidiary, odds couple every Thursday. Lang got stuff to say all the time. He was silent. Rob Fisher threw his pen. He hurled it in frustration. Like, come on, man. How many times is this going to happen to this particular iteration of this franchise? And these are just such weird injuries, aren't they? You can get one every now and then, one of those Jalen Wells type injuries from last year, right? One freak injury like that every now and then. The Grizzlies had two in a month and a half, because they got the same type of thing with Ja. One concussion, one a broken arm, but Ja goes up for a fast break dunk, and he gets undercut as well, messes his lower body up. You think about the amount of freak injuries. Not regular injuries, but like freak stuff that pops off.
I hate freak stuff.
Listen.
And I hate surprises. I hate surprises.
This
wasn't
no
even
good
on
way
my
to do
radar.
It's not on anybody's radar.
They practiced.
But you know who wasn't there?
Zach Edey? But no, someone probably thought he was out giving Christmas gifts away. I don't know. I did see him. It's funny how your brain like triggers. Oh, God, I remember seeing him look like he kind of wobbled on his ankle a bit in the game against the Trailblazers. But he kept playing. And it is his left ankle, which is the same ankle that he had surgery on this offseason. And his agent, Mark Bartelstein, told Shams that this is a management plan to optimize Zach's long-term health, said that the short and long-term prognosis is excellent. That is what your agent is supposed to say. That is what you want. And to be clear, like, this is the right move. You certainly don't want to risk it. You certainly don't want to mess with foot and ankle injuries, period, but especially with a 7'4", just shy of 300-pound big man, because you do get a little eek when it comes to big guys and ankles and the thought process of the human body of someone of that size not necessarily being made. That body was not made to do the things that you have to do in the modern NBA. I read a really interesting article yesterday before this all happened on the Achilles injuries problem in the NBA. It was at Yahoo Sports, and just all of the research going into that. Anyway, if someone wants to look into it, check it out. Ja was mentioned because he's part of the group of players who have sat due to calf strains, which is an attempt to try to prevent more calf injuries, i.e. Achilles injuries, which are the worst of the worst. And luckily for Zach Edey, this is an ankle issue, but it is the ankle that he had surgery on. And you just look at a player who had this ridiculous usage in college and never missed a game due to injury. And now here in his second season in the NBA, it is something that he is dealing with. It just stinks. Like, there's no getting around it. Today was supposed to be a day for celebration. I was ready to celebrate, even without the official Ja Morant will play news. He was upgraded to questionable, and that's as close to the official he will play as we were going to get going into tonight's game against the Jazz. I had dinner last night next to Yusuf Nurkic. He was at the restaurant. I was like, that's Yusuf Nurkic. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna see the Jazz tomorrow night. We're gonna see Grizzlies Jazz. We're gonna see Ja Morant. We're finally going to see Ja, Jaren, and Zach play more than 6 minutes together this season. And to get that notification was just a real soul sucker in this world. But you have to play with who you have. So Jock Landale, come on back, which is also just such a bummer because that bench unit was playing so well.
And he was playing so well. Like we talked about before Edey came back, and we talked about it since about who does Zach Edey impact the most? Zach Edey comes back, and who does he impact the most? Is it Ja? Is it Jaren? Is it somebody else? And to this point, I really do think it is Jock Landale. You get him in that bench unit. You get him coming off of the bench, going up against other teams' second lineup. Then you get him also in a lineup where he has a bit more freedom and flexibility offensively to do things that he wouldn't be allowed to do in the starting lineup. He is a bit freer. There's less pressure on him as well in that second unit. And now he's got to be, his role has changed, and that's what happens when you have injuries. And like he's not as good in this role as he is in the other role, and the other role is him coming off of the bench. But we'll see. You got to go out there and compete, man. That's it.
The Grizzlies have won 7 of their last 10 games, 7-4 with Zach Edey. One of those losses being the game to the Nuggets, where Edey only played about 5 minutes. Obviously, some of the uptick in Grizzlies wins was helped by an easier schedule, but like I am old enough to remember how this looked for the Grizzlies at the beginning of the season without Zach Edey. And when he came back, they were in the midst of a 5-game losing streak. They were 4-11. And then with Zach Edey, they moved into 1st in rebounding, 3rd in assist percentage, 5th in defensive rating, 6th in overall net over the last 10 games. We talked about it with Brevin yesterday. Just he makes so much space. He is a space creator, from screens, from forcing defenses to play all the way back. He is literally the biggest guy mass-wise in the NBA. And that's why even with someone like Jock Landale, it's so difficult to ask somebody, hey, go replicate what Zach Edey's doing. You're tall too. You're a center. Go do what Zach Edey does. Edey's version of this is so unique, and this system is built so purposefully around what Zach Edey does. He is one of the hardest things to take out of it. It's where, when you think about who has been the most impactful player for the Grizzlies this season, it is Zach Edey. And now it will be up to John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. to figure out, okay, how do we weather these next 4 weeks? Can we take a step forward in our production together to ultimately carry this team? And you get a Jazz team tonight that's, again, a below 500 opponent. Lauri Markkanen's playing incredibly this season, but it is the Utah Jazz, one of the only teams in the NBA firmly, without vocally saying it, not trying to win games this year. And we'll see if they can take advantage, but
I don't think it is. I understand Zach Edey coming back coincides with the Grizzlies going on a nice run here. But you got to look at who the Grizzlies are playing here as well. Both things are true to a certain extent. The Zach Edey has a very prominent, important role on this team, and his impact is great. And the Grizzlies hadn't played anybody good during this stretch. I hadn't played a whole lot of good teams during this stretch. And the good teams they did play during this stretch, they did lose with Zach Edey. So Ja and Jaren should be enough in this next stretch, assuming that the teams are of similar caliber. I don't know what the schedule is. I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but they should be enough. Now,
you get the Jazz and the Clippers.
Like that, those two right there. They should be enough to get you past them.
Clippers lost another game, and how did they just lose this game fashion to the Rockets last night? But so, yes, you get one of the nice things about not being in the NBA Cup. You got games against the Jazz and the Clippers. And then you play the Timberwolves next Wednesday. They've had their fair share of struggles this season. And then you get the Washington Wizards.
But
you get the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ja and Jaren have to what carrying this team looks like for those two. Right? Like they're the two best players. They're the two mismatches, on the two biggest mismatches on offense. And Jaren is a tremendous defensive player. But I don't know if the system exists offensively that says, hey, you guys got to get up more shots. You guys got to carry this team from a offensive production points per game standpoint. I don't think the system is set up for them to do that. I think this will have to come down to the supporting cast as well, stepping up. Wells and Coward and Santi in particular stepping up and increasing their production, because it feels like everybody's supposed to touch, everybody's supposed to eat in this system. I don't know if it's fair for us to say, all right, Edey's out, we need John Jaren to go for 25 and 30 every game, because they're not.
Because that's not what this is designed to do right now.
I think they're capable of doing that. To your point, it's not designed for them to do that right now. So this will be interesting to sit down and watch. It's a long season.
Someone's got to rebound too. Because John Konchar was probably the man out of the rotation. As you put bodies in, one often comes out, and it was most likely going to be Konchar, but he has been one of your better rebounders. And I don't know when we'll see John Konchar back. We didn't even get a timeline.
Yeah, that's tough as well.
Thumbs, toes,
ankles,
feet, ankles, calves. God.
Yeah. We talked during our Tuesday meeting maybe Bennett brought up, Edey is on pace to potentially be in the not defensive player of the year, make an all NBA, all defensive team. And the thought was, Edey is fine. Edey's good to go. Edey's going to be able to play 65 games this year. He's going to absolutely qualify. But here's this list of talented bigs who aren't going to qualify for the 65 game threshold. And now you look up and is Edey going to qualify? Because he's having, so far when he's played, he's been, to your point, a great rebounder, a tremendous rim protector as well. If he can make it to that threshold, he'd absolutely be in the running for one of those postseason honors, or regular season honors, excuse me. But like, it's not looking like he's going to make it. That's something else to be sad about.
Yeah. All right. We'll try to find some silver linings. Hey, the Grizzlies have had the most productive bench in the NBA. Brevin said it on the show yesterday. You're always dealing with some kind of injury, so it's a good problem to have too many bodies, where just yesterday we were talking about, God, who's going to get squeezed out of the rotation? And now it's, how do we manage this yet again?
The Grizzlies
the conversation from yesterday to today is just
the Grizzlies may never have to deal with who do we have to have out of the rotation type of thing.
Somebody shared, I forget who it was, like an old Grizzlies PR injury report from a few years ago, and the only person who was out was Danny Green. It was like Danny Green out, and that was the only name. And they're like, I miss the times like these. I don't even remember the times like these at this point. Lang Whitaker is going to join us on the other side. We'll get his reaction to the Zach Edey injury, to the potential John Morant return tonight against the Utah Jazz. We'll catch up with Lang after a quick break.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis. Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moment. .com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule, so don't miss out.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we're leaving. Give me the crown undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
Grizz Nation, Friday night just got a whole lot better. Introducing Buckets and Brews, the ultimate way to tip off your weekend. Every Friday this season, grab a terrace-level ticket to the Grizz game and 2 12-ounce Miller Lights for just $55. Get great seats, cold brews, and Grizzlies basketball. It's everything you need to start your weekend off right. So get the deal that's too cold to hold. Go to grizzlies.com/Friday to lock in your tickets today.
Welcome back. It is Friday. That means it's time to catch up with Lang Whitaker.
I should have worn on my Atlanta Falcons gear today.
Missed opportunity.
I said on the odds couple, I was like, this is classic Falcons. They're probably going to win this game
Grind
tonight.
City Media City.
And it was classic Falcons. They did convert on 3rd and 28 to ultimately put themselves in a position to win. They made it like
a 14-yard. And then on it was 4th and like 15 or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at one point, it was 3rd and 28.
Yeah.
And they would end up getting the first down. Do you think that this is the end of the 28-3 curse? Like, is this the reverse curse?
No, but it is interesting to feel the other side of that. I've thought about that this morning. I don't know. I was reading Todd Bowles' comments.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, I was asking myself this question. Can we call what Todd Bowles said in last night's postgame press conference a true rant? When it was as calm as he was, but he did drop 7 F-bombs. I wrote it out. I won't say them. Don't worry,
I read the quote. It's in the AAP story.
You gotta effing care enough where this S hurts. You gotta effing care enough where this S hurts. He said that twice to start it off. Gotta effing mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your effing livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? You can't sugarcoat that S. It was in a effing excusable. There's no effing answer for it, no excuse for it. That's what you tell him in the locker room. Look in the effing mirror.
Because Todd Bowles is about the least excitable person on earth.
It's done in a pretty monotone
so I assumed
voice.
he just said it like this the whole time. Like, he doesn't really get crazy on the sidelines.
He's incredibly calm, but I feel like that was the most emotion that you're going to get from. That's how mad he was from last night's game.
Seething, maybe. Is that the way you'd put it?
Yeah. But seething still has a little like pizzazz to it. Like
pizzazz.
I'm listening to it though. I mean, he's just dropping word after word, and I'm like, man.
I do a lot of the New York Times word puzzles every day.
So do I.
And I saw Todd Bowles' name on the screen, and I thought, oh, you know what you could make out of that? Bowels.
You play spelling bee.
All my whole night, I just kept thinking of Todd Bowles.
Do you do all of the word games?
No, I do Wordle.
Yes.
And the Connections, which is like the 4, and Spelling Bee, and that's pretty much it. My wife does some of the other ones though.
I do those 3, and then I do the mini, and then I've started doing the full crossword, like a true 80-year-old.
I used to do the full crossword every day of the week, and now I just kind of do it on the weekends. So.
I always do it on the weekends. I sometimes do it during the week, and I've tried to use it as a separator from everything else that is going on. And I wish that I would have had it last night after the Zach Edey news came, because it would have been a nice like brain resetter.
You know what? Like, we got the news during the odds couple.
That's what CJ said.
And I had written the newsletter that goes out this morning, the Grind City Media newsletter. I had written it yesterday morning about the return of Zach Edey and how important he's going to be. And I was
Did you stop the presses?
Yes.
Stop the press.
I actually went downstairs to the 3rd floor. After I wrote it, we finished the show here, and I was like, oh, there's something's going to happen here. So I went down to the 3rd floor, and everybody was going crazy. And they're like, wait, we can't send this out. And I was like, I know.
Oh, Mike and I did our Grizz Weekly update yesterday morning about the predicted return of Ja Morant and how it would look with finally Ja inserted into this team that re-added Edey and then lost Ja, and now you're re-adding Ja and you lose Edey. And there is this level to this that just feels like stupefying.
Yeah.
Like how does this keep happening?
Well, I went downstairs, and the good thing about being a sports writer is I can write anywhere.
Sure.
Like, I've written in underneath arenas and in the back of planes and buses and everything.
Planes, trains, automobiles.
Yeah, like I don't really need much. I just need my laptop, and usually I'll put on some headphones and kind of zone out. But I went down to the 3rd floor, and they're like, can you write something real fast right now? So I grabbed my laptop, sat at somebody else's desk, and rewrote the newsletter to talk about, look, man, sometimes like life sucks. And sometimes it's not so much about right now. It's about how can we get to the end of this season and get through what is not a fun time right now. So I don't really know what to make of. They're like, what are you going to say? And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I write to figure out what I want to say. and I had to like kind of put it all down. But I think the point of this whole thing is like sometimes it's not so much the journey; it's just getting through. It's not how you get through the journey; it's just getting through it.
Yeah.
Can we just get through this? Like, let's just get to the next iteration of this thing.
I keep going back to a comment that David Adelman made before the Grizzlies-Nuggets game here, and he was talking about some of the injuries that their team had gone through and just noted that an NBA season requires so many different identities. An NBA season is one of multiple identities, and you are going to be a different version of yourself many a times. This is another one for the Grizzlies. 4 weeks does not end all season goals. It does not change all season goals, but it is something that they have to navigate. And I do think there's an added layer of frustration where we've seen what we're about to see tonight. We saw that for the beginning of the season, and it didn't feel very good. And perhaps there is a level of comfort that has occurred with everyone else, and now you reinsert Ja, and there's an ability for Ja and Jaren to take this thing to the next level, even without Zach Edey. But there is this overwhelming understanding that Edey has made life easier for everyone and has been such a critical piece.
It's clear that the best version of the Grizzlies involves Zach
him,
Edey.
yes.
I mean, the other thing that we haven't even mentioned is that Konchar is out for a month too.
I know.
And I've said this on other shows too. Like JD has arguably been the most consistent player on the Grizzlies this year. Maybe not the best, but he comes in every single game, gives you rebounds, makes a steal, gets up and down the court, can play defense, can switch everything. So now you're without him too, and I think he's probably played every game this year that he's been eligible to play in. So without him and Zach Edey, like that's just like a 1-2 punch now, and the Edey clearly is the more impactful player. I wonder if now Vince, having this run he's had the last couple of weeks, can kind of become the Jitty now that Ja's back.
He can rebound, so that's a positive.
He can rebound. He can defend anybody.
Right.
Get a steal, get his hand on the ball every once in a while. Like
I actually thought that was the likely pattern of if someone was going to get squeezed out of the rotation with Ja coming back, I figured it would start with Jitty, and then, you can always use him in certain game situations. I always call him like the Jitty Conch, like just throw him in there and see what kind of stuff he can mess up.
Toma said yesterday that at practice yesterday that something about Vince and using him, he was like, he doesn't have to be a point guard to use him as a creator and other things. So like I was assuming like those plays where Vince is playing point guard, those still happen, but with Vince on the wing or somewhere else on the court, and someone else comes and screens, and it's a little pick and roll action. I think Vince's real value is defensively, like when guarding other teams' point guards, and now you can put Ja on whoever the weakest offensive player is on the other team and let Vince, Jalen, Cedric, Ja, and Jaren, or whoever else is the fifth. That's 3 like elite wing defenders you can have out there at the same time. And guys who are good on offense too. And then whoever your big is, feel like that gives you a pretty good shot at things. And yes, not having Zach Edey sucks. But they did figure some stuff out, I think, the last couple weeks. Moving the ball works.
Yes.
Well,
especially with the bench unit.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just seen that unit in particular with KCP and Cam Spencer and Santi and Jock Landell, who will now likely move back into the starting lineup. So there are some things I think you can take from that group to try to replicate with the starters. We'll see if they end up using a hardship exemption.
Bring back Chuck Bassey.
Call back Charles Bassey. Get Chuck on the line. We'll see Omax Prosper, maybe Gigi Jackson, who's been spending some time down with the hustle. They had a game last night. There's options. And it is 4 weeks, and you are hopeful from a long-term standpoint because you've been around the game for a long time. Do you get like the heebie-jeebies when you hear big man with ankle injury?
A little bit. The only thing that makes me feel better about Zach Edey is he missed 2 games the entire time he was in college.
He was super durable.
Yeah, he was like Mr. Consistent in college. So it's not like this is like a lifelong thing, Even with like Greg Oden, he got injured in college a couple times. And he had a wrist injury in college, but I was like, oh, all right, this dude has injuries. This is a thing that happens. Zach Edey doesn't have injuries. Like he's not been injured throughout his career. So it makes me think like, all right, yes, leg injuries are a little, but he's never had these kind of problems. Now, maybe he's never played the way he's playing now. You know what I mean? The speed, the pace, all that.
I mentioned this in my opening segment, just briefly, this article I read on Achilles yesterday in Yahoo. And their focus was more on specifically calf strains and how many players have sat out, how many games have been missed due to calf strains this year in comparison to last year. And it's a ton. It's like 25 last year compared to over 100 with players this year, from Wemby to Giannis now. Ja is included in that mix. And the thought process, a part of this is obviously a lot of different things can go into calf strains, and even previously they didn't necessarily think a calf strain would lead to an Achilles tear, but then you had the Tyrese Halliburton situation, the Kevin Durant situation back in 2019 are kind of like the two biggest impliers that, ooh, maybe these things are connected. We don't want to risk this. So they talk about the usual, shortening of the season or getting rid of back-to-backs or new AI technology that actually sounds really cool, where they can take the last 10 years of games that any player has played and somehow overlay them on top of the current game that they're playing in, and basically like a meter scale tell you how at risk based on their biomechanics. It's crazy. It was wild to listen to and to read about, and I think the NBPA has been a little hesitating on wanting that because so much about each player's body.
Too much data,
But the reason I bring this up, to bring it full circle, they talked about Steph Curry and just how Steph Curry changed everything. When he started hitting those step-back threes, when he gets to his spots like a clock and is able to really just send his lower legs particularly in ways that lower legs weren't moving previously. And then you have players who want to emulate his shot making, but also how you defend someone like a Steph Curry. And all of those movements kind of contributing to these lower leg issues. And we're talking about an ankle with Edey, but they were talking about it from a Wemby standpoint. These big bodies, even more so, weren't necessarily built to move in the way that they're required to.
Shouldn't that happen in all sports then? Like Bijan Robinson moves unlike anyone's ever moved. He's bigger than guys that size have ever moved.
I think
you know what I mean?
Like, seen a lot of injuries on the NFL side too.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like you would see more of it also in soccer and also in tennis and other sports too. Maybe there is. I have no idea. You better be careful because the NBA's communications is going to push back on you the way they did on The Athletic yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
What was the point of that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was, because there was some article that Hollinger wrote about
NBA Cup
injuries and the
scheduling,
scheduling, and like maybe this is why it's like the guys are getting hurt because they're playing too many games or whatever. And my guy Mike Bass pushed back in the comments there, which was interesting.
Yeah, it was an odd, like them quoting The Athletic and saying, well, actually, it's more on this case. It's something they have to figure out. There's too much money involved. And that's what this article pointed out, too. Like, between the TV contracts and ticket sales and just, you get to a point where if players are sitting out anyway to now be extra cautious, especially when it comes to the calf strains, they're missing the games, the fans are missing them, the TVs are missing the eyeballs on them. So how do you adjust?
They're not going to play less games. I think that's I don't know. I wish they would. But I don't think they're going to. Like, the toothpaste is out of the tube. Like, they're not. That's like that's like college football going back to 9 games or something. It's not happening.
Seems unlikely.
So now you got to figure out like what's the best way to do it. And I don't know if there's a way to schedule it differently. Like, the Grizzlies have had 5 days off.
But that's a rarity because of their Europe trip coming up.
Okay, but figure out a way. Like, put another game in there. You know what I mean? Get rid of one of these back-to-backs coming up in March and put it now.
Yeah.
There's got to be ways to do that. I saw somebody pointed out like, okay, that's great. The NBA is trying to schedule it differently. The Warriors had back-to-backs every week of the season.
Yeah,
the
Kerr
first
has
month.
been a big voice against the current
A bunch
schedule.
of teams have had kind of funky schedules because of all this stuff, and I assume there's got to be a way to do it. I know there's lots of other hurdles like in the arenas because there's concerts and wrestling and touring things, so that you can't just say like, hey, let's just throw a game in there. Right. But I feel like there's got to be a better way.
Lost in all of this, Ja Morant should make his return tonight.
It's crazy that that's not the headline.
Yes, exactly. And that's what the expectation was. The numerology was going to give it to us. 12-12 on 12. Grizzlies going after their 12th win of the season tonight if they were to get it against the Jazz. Obviously, there's a national spotlight on Ja always, and I've already seen people talk about how critical this period is for Ja Morant to prove himself and prove his worth. But just what excites you about the opportunity to see him back on the court, and what have you made of the last few weeks with him off?
You know, like how September 1st is 901 day in Memphis? My son last night was like, why don't we have December 12th be Ja Morant Day every year?
Great question.
12-12. And I was like, that's a great...
Who says no?
Yeah, like, I was like, all right, sometimes from the mouth of kids come great ideas.
If John Konchar has a John Konchar Day in wherever... Fort Wayne, Indiana.
He's going in the Hall of Fame. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. We can have a 12-12 day in Memphis for John.
So anyway, I was thinking, I was writing up tonight's warm-up show that'll go on at 6 o'clock live on Grind City Media. I was writing the script for that last night, and I was like, you know what? Like, all this stuff about Zach Edey, Ja Morant should be the story here. Like, this is a one of the best players in the NBA when he's healthy. and playing at his peak. And we're getting this guy. We get to add this guy to a team that's won 7 out of 9 games. We should be a lot better with this guy on the court. I think like we haven't seen that version of Ja really this year. We've seen some moments. He had the game winner in Phoenix, the call 12 moment. But he's been hurt since November 15th, I think was the last game. So it's been a while. It's been a month that we've seen him out there. And when he was playing earlier, I think it was when this team was kind of trying to figure out what they were and how to play. Twilmas has talked about several times, like guys didn't really understand their roles. Jaron was talking last night about the defense at practice, and he said that it's taken them this long to kind of learn the defense and figure out how it all clicks. And now they feel like they're kind of understanding it and they know how to play within this system. So I think all that stuff is happening. They're all figuring stuff out. And then you're going to add Ja Morant to that, and I assume Ty Jerome at some point here soon too, which is 2 elite guards you get to add to that. Cam Spencer's playing great. Vince is playing great. Jalen Wells has been really good the last couple of weeks. Cedric Coward's been great.
Right.
None of those guys were playing this well at the start of the season when Ja was kind of carrying things. So now you get to add him with a group that understands their roles and understands how to play. Like we should be excited to get to see Ja Morant tonight on Ja Morant Day.
Ja Morant Day, and we've said it once, we'll say it again. You never know what you might see when Ja Morant is on the court. That continues to be true. Now I do know he was also struggling significantly from 3. I think he was shooting 16% from 3 this season. The turnovers were up. So I'm curious how everybody else feeling more comfortable. And he's been watching, too. He's been super engaged. He's been in a coaching.
Struggling from 3. Like a lot of guys were shooting poorly.
And a lot of it was not getting open shots, not getting shots in rhythm, some forcefulness happening.
I think you'll get more open looks now because everyone else is shooting the ball
but a lot
well.
of that was due to Zach Edey.
Edey would have cleared out. But even like Jalen Wells knocking down threes is going to draw some double teams. You know what I mean? Santi's shooting the ball. All those guys are going to open things up just a little bit more for Ja. And Ja doesn't need like a big opening.
No.
You just give that dude an inch.
Sliver
and
of
he's
space.
good. Yeah. So I'm bullish on the return of Ja Morant tonight.
We will see it against the Utah Jazz, who are currently in 12th in the West, 8-15. They've probably won more games than they expected to win.
I like when we play the Jazz because Keontae George, that man has never met a shot he doesn't like. He has the ball that's going up. But although Markkanen's been awesome for them this year, he's averaging like 27 a game. Like he's been really good. The perpetually tanking Jazz. We'll see what they do.
We'll get to see Ace Bailey, get to see how they all play. Before I let you
What
go,
else you got?
I could go many different directions
I know.
with this. Your
I
newsletter
like
was
this part.
fun this morning, but
Thank you.
I want to save one
My
for
last
Music
minute
Friday
one.
on
All right.
Zac Brown Band. Do you care about any of the bowls outside of the college football playoff anymore?
No. The Pop-Tart Bowl only from a pop culture standpoint.
Right.
But no. I
The
told
Cheez-Its Bowl now only from a Michigan standpoint?
I was surprised to see that Michigan and Texas were playing each other in a bowl game. Like I had no idea that was happening. Like because outside the playoff, like what do we care about There's one of them the
Bucked Up Bowl.
The Bucked Up Bowl.
I'll be speaking. It's one of my games of the weekend because it is the only bowl
and
game
then what's
this weekend.
the other one that's like sponsored by some South Alabama financial management company?
Oh, I don't even know.
It's the 78 Ventures or something.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's some other one that's sponsored by a company I never heard of, based out of Mobile. But I was looking at them all yesterday.
68 Ventures.
68
Bowl.
Ventures, yeah, whatever that is.
Louisiana versus Delaware.
Yeah.
Live from Hancock Whitney Stadium.
Why can't we
in
have a
Mobile.
Grind City Media Bowl?
You know? Because I think there's a very big.
Your
group
dad knows
that-
people.
He was given an award from the bowl group last
He
year,
could make
so
some
maybe
introductions.
he could make this
I know
happen.
we
for
know
us.
some people who have money. We could like get them in touch. Like,
But we have the AutoZone Liberty Bowl.
All you need is 500,000. We don't got to play it here. It wouldn't be at the same time. We'd play it first weekend, and let's play it in West Memphis. Why not?
Maybe we could get it cheaper if we start first.
What do you mean get it cheaper? You got to
Under
have
five.
No, you got to have 500,000 to start it.
Everything's negotiable these
Okay,
days.
all right. Let's
Yeah,
do
the
it.
Bulls are about to be desperate, so it might be a situation where they take a little bit less. I am a bowl lover,
Yeah, I know.
and I will find myself inevitably watching
Well,
bowl games, but it
said this.
doesn't feel the same this year.
I
I'm
always
serious.
feel like this weekend with the Army-Navy game, this is always the weekend where I'm like, all right, I'm going to tap in this year. Like, there's no other games on this
Right.
weekend. I'm going to watch Army-Navy. It's going to be great. And then after like 6 minutes, the score is 3-0, and they're just running the ball every play. You're like, all right, let's go.
Well, and you got to watch the Cup.
Yes, the Cup's on.
Will you be watching the
There's a
NBA
new
Cup on
cartoon
Saturday?
channel, CJ, on Xfinity.
You moved right past the cup and got to a new cartoon channel.
So we were in Florida on Thanksgiving, and there was a channel on the cable. You know, do you ever watch that Me TV channel? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's just old television shows. It's like Leave It to Beaver and Father Knows Best. They had a Me TV Toon channel.
Ooh.
It's all Looney Tunes, Huckleberry Hound, the Flintstones,
the Hanna-Barberas. Yeah.
The Flintstones, the Jetsons, the Super Friends.
Like the old Super
Teenage
Friends.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes,
the
all the
one,
old ones.
one to twin powers activate.
Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear.
It's unbelievable.
So that was Cartoon Network when I got Cartoon
Yeah, like
Network.
Boomerang
They
they
didn't have. Yeah, Boomerang absolutely had that. You're right. Cartoon Network hadn't gotten their originals going yet. So before Dexter and Powerpuff Girls and Johnny Bravo took off, Cartoon Network was just running those types of cartoons.
So there's a new. It's on Xfinity. It's like up in the 1700 channels.
Okay.
But
Why
I've
were you
stumbled
up
over.
there?
Why
were you stumbling through the
I
upper
pay a lot of money for
1700?
cable.
Yeah, so
I'm
do
one of
I.
the few people who still does.
Yes.
And so I want my money's worth. So I'm constantly going through the channels trying to find whatever is worth finding. And I found this new lineup, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. So
I've been wondering where the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons or
There they are.
Hanna-Barbera. What is it? Is it Barbera or
I think it's
Barbera?
Barbera, isn't it?
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera.
Barbera.
Yeah. I've been wondering where those cartoons are. Thank you. Now I'll go find
We
them.
watched the Super Friends while we ate breakfast this morning. It was awesome.
Well,
Good
you'll be
stuff.
watching that. I'll be watching the Cup because it matters. Magic
Well, I
Knicks,
don't even know when the Cup
Thunder
games
Spurs.
are.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What channel? Prime?
Every Cup game is on Amazon. Yes.
Yeah.
Exclusively.
I'll tell you, like, I don't know what the ratings are like this year, but maybe this is the sign that I'm getting old. I don't know what channel games are on every single night. I'm Googling it every night.
Me
I'm
too.
like trying to see what channel, what game
Even
is
when
on.
I know I don't know, like, of course Thursday Night Football is on Amazon Prime, and last night my brain just can't get there quick enough, and I'm like, ESPN? No, Amazon Prime. Gotta go back.
Well, the other issue is my son, we're trying to watch Stranger Things.
Oh, did you finish?
We finished season 3 last night.
Oh, you're behind.
I've watched them all.
Okay.
My son has never seen any of them.
How old is he now?
He's 13, so we're
Do
making
you
our way
find
through it. He
Chris
loves
and I
it.
literally just talked about this last night watching the finale or the half finale of the new season. It's a lot for kids. Like, I know a lot of kids
he's fine
watch
with
it.
it.
It would have petrified me as a child.
No,
the way
he's
they
had
break
some-
those arms and legs with like the blood coming out of the eyes is quite aggressive.
We were in the whole shopping mall season, season 3, Starcourt Mall. So we've been watching that. And there's that giant like spider made out of meat that's like running around, like messing with them. And that thing is kind of scary. And there's been times where I see him kind of like cringe or like he'll put the fingers in the ears. But there's not a whole lot of like jump scares and stuff. And I think that level of gore it's just cartoony enough that, you know, like.
Interesting. I think the season after the Starcourt Mall.
Yeah, the next season
gets
is
a
the
little
one
more,
where they. Which one's the next one?
It's the one where Max ends up.
Hellfire Club.
Yeah,
Season
Hellfire
4,
Club.
yeah.
Kate Bush running up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll watch that one next, and we got to get to it. We want to get caught up by Christmas when the last part drops. So. We're
I
working
really
our way
enjoyed
through.
the first 4 of the last season. I
forgot-
didn't know how I would feel about it
Yeah.
just because it has been so long. We had to watch a 30-minute recap video of
I haven't
all
watched
the
any of
seasons
it,
that
and
have
I
happened.
forgot how good it is. Like
Yes.
I've enjoyed rewatching them all.
And I don't really mind how old the kids are. I grew up watching movies where high schoolers were played by 40-year-olds, so I think my brain is trained to not really care. But I did see a picture of all of the kids at their first table read versus their last table read, and it struck me. This is the closest thing we've had to watching a cast grow up since the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Like, we had those kids starting in they were in first grade when Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and Rupert whatever
Grint.
his last name, Grint, started in those movies, and then watched them grow up. And the Stranger Things, the only problem is it's all set in a finite period of time. They weren't given the full grow up through your school year, so there is an awkwardness when 11 has lip filler, but that's fine. You look great, Millie Bobby Brown. It doesn't bother me though. Like I have firmly put myself back in that world, and I can't wait for Christmas to come out with the next.
Well,
is
my
it 4
issue was
more?
I'm not sure. Okay. I don't even know. I haven't started 5. My issue though was like the Falcons game was on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
That was on Netflix, and I wanted to be able to switch back and forth. like during
Oh yeah,
commercials.
that's the worst.
And
It's
I
so
couldn't. I
annoying.
had to click like 28 buttons to get from one to the other. And I was like, can we just figure out a way to make like that's why I love cable.
But you want to know what? I think you can technically just use the voice remote.
Mine
Somebody
doesn't-
called me
mine-
old
mine
by
doesn't
being
have
like,
a voice
you don't
remote.
have to press buttons. Just say,
No, if
turn
you're
to
switching
this.
between apps, you do.
Yeah.
If I'm on the cable, I can just use the remote and say
Right.
NBA TV and I'll switch over because I don't
Yeah.
even know what channel that is. But if you, anyway.
Well, Lang, thank you as always. We will see you tonight for Grizzlies Jazz, starting with the warm-up show at 6 o'clock here
6
at
o'clock
FedEx
live.
Forum.
You'll be on.
I'll be on. We'll have the full fare. We'll do a post-game show.
Yeah, I'll call
We'll
in
do
with
a
you.
double post.
We got a lot.
And hopefully we're talking about a Grizzlies win. And a fun night for John Morant's, we have to keep saying
12
potential
night.
return.
It's John
but,
Morant
like,
Day.
Come on.
Let's
Make
we
it
just
John
gotta coin
Morant
that.
Day.
Yeah, 12 John Morant Day.
Likely John Morant Day.
It can always be John Morant Day. Even
That's
if
true,
he plays
even if
or
he
not.
didn't play.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We have our RAGGOWs, our games of the weekend in college football and the NFL. All of that on the other side.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike? 2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night. Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Grizz Nation, do you know someone making an incredible impact in their Memphis Shelby County community? Submit a nomination for the 8th Annual HBCU Empowerment Award, honoring 4 outstanding HBCU alumni for outstanding commitment to uplifting Memphis Shelby County communities. Visit grizzlies.com/HBCU for more information. CJ, can I nominate you?
Wait, what is it?
Outstanding contributions to the community from an HBCU alum.
No. Because
you're not outstanding.
There's nothing outstanding about me at all.
That's fair.
I'm an HBCU alum. I'm in the community, but I'm not outstanding.
So qualification 1,
Yes.
HBCU alum, check.
Check.
Qualification 2, out in the community,
Check.
check. Qualification 3, outstanding contributions.
Nah. All they'll do when they vet me is an extensive vetting process. When they vet me, all they'll do is, 1, go to yesterday's clip and say, okay, we can't have that. and 2, maybe make their way around and talk to some of the coworkers around here and be like, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, he can't do it. He doesn't even know my name.
Before we get to our RAGGOWs, we briefly touched on the Falcons win over the Bucs last night, but from a fantasy football perspective, last night was one of the craziest fantasy football performances that we have seen, and it came courtesy of Kyle Pitts. I really hope that you were not playing against Kyle Pitts in the opening round of your fantasy football playoffs, or I really hope that you did not give up on Kyle Pitts and have him on the bench if you had him on your team and you somehow made the fantasy football playoffs. Because Kyle Pitts...
He got that. That's the first touchdown. You're like, okay, good. Kyle Pitts has given enough to the fantasy community. Okay, there's a catch. We're talking, like 9 points at this point in time. All right.
Oh, there's another one.
Okay, Kyle. That's a long one. Where we at now? Maybe 10 or 11 at this point? Okay, great. No more Kyle Pitts. Nope. Wait.
Nope, there's another one.
Nope. And that's 6 in most leagues. Am I not mistaken? So that's 16. So now I was like, okay, Kyle. Plus the yardage on top. So that might be like 17 and some change, something like that. So we had about 16 points. Here Kyle goes again. Just another 10, 12-yard run. It's like, okay, we're at 17. Kyle, you can slow up a bit, dog. You've done it. You're good. No. All right. Okay. Kyle is giving us 20 points. That's incredible.
I live with somebody who was playing against Kyle Pitts.
That's awful. I'm sorry, bro. 24 plus a yardage, like 25? A 25-point Kyle Pitts game? It's got to be over at this point in time,
nope.
Jessica. It's not?
Oh, it's not over.
It's not?
It's still ongoing.
And I'm not even doing PPR, so I don't even know how many catches that is.
I'll tell
so if
you
you
when
do
we get to the end
PPR,
of it.
that's probably, it's been like 5 of those, so we're probably close to 30 at this point. There's
keep
another
going.
catch, 31 and some yardage. Thank God he went out of bounds and didn't score. That's got to be around 32.
Every time he ran out of bounds, Chris was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, my, another catch. Now we had about 33, I'm guessing. He can't get into the end zone again, can he? Boop. Are we talking about a damn near 40-point performance from Kyle Pitts? What are we doing here?
Kyle Pitts in PPR leagues.
Yeah.
Based on last night's performance.
Look at this booty cheek. Left cheek, right cheek. Left cheek, right cheek. Right cheek right there. All right.
45.6.
45-point performance from Kyle Pitts in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Clutch.
5th highest points for a tight end in PPR in fantasy football history. In half-point PPR, 3rd most in history with 40.1. 11 catches for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns in the Falcons win over the Bucs. This is a fantasy football legendary performance from Kyle Pitts. If you don't pay attention, if maybe the Falcons aren't on your radar constantly, or you don't play the great, beautiful game of fantasy football, you might not understand the frustration that Kyle Pitts fantasy football owners have had for years, the butt of the joke that Kyle Pitts has become, mostly courtesy to the play calling of the Atlanta Falcons, but I digress. But last night, by putting up 45.6 points in PPR, that equates for 7% of his career fantasy football points. 7% of his career fantasy points happened in one game last night. He is, truly, notoriously one of the most frustrating fantasy football players from an underachieving status. And he had 2 double-digit games in PPR through the first 12 weeks of the season. To his credit, he had 2 good weeks going into the playoffs, which led a lot of fantasy managers to put him in their starting lineups going into the playoffs. But man, you have a lot of 6-seed teams out there saying, all right, let's just put Kyle Pitts in and say a prayer. And now they're going to take down the 1 seed in their fantasy football playoffs. Like, this is the kind of lore that will be discussed in fantasy football playoffs for eons. I had 4 fantasy group chats. I woke up because I fell asleep with like 5 minutes left in the game, but I knew how it was trending. I had 107 texts, and I think 93 of them were about Kyle Pitts' performance last night and how it impacted the fantasy football side of things. So anyway, shout out Pitts, shout out Falcons.
No,
Can't do much this year, but you can ruin things for the Bucs, and that's always a fun place to come from.
This is all that game took place, but it's all about Kyle Pitts. It's all about that fantasy impact.
And God bless you if you had Pitts and Bijan Robinson playing against you.
Come on, man. Why would you have that? Did somebody draft outside of Falcons fans? Did somebody draft Bijan and Kyle Pitts? Is that a combo that we?
I have it in 2 leagues.
You got
not
that?
Me, not me,
oh,
not
okay.
me, not me. I see it with my eyes
I was
in
gonna
2
say,
leagues.
oh my gosh.
I have Bijan, but I have a bye because I'm the 2 seed.
Ooh, I'm good at fantasy
I know everybody
football.
loves to hear about fantasy football. It's fine.
But no, like this is
this is like worth the fantasy football conversation.
That was the type of performance that everybody, when they gather around for drafts to come, multiple drafts, 10 years from now, somebody's going to draft a dude, and everybody's going to be like, yo, why are you drafting him? It's like, oh, you remember Kyle Pitts? You remember that? I hit on that. I'm doing it again.
He led me to a championship because I was able to win my first round matchup, and I will draft him every year from here on out as a courtesy.
There'll be like articles coming out from now on around this time of the year. Like, hey, who could be this year's Kyle Pitts?
Yes.
And they'll give you 5 or 6 players who might be able to give you a big game. And of those 5 or 6, none of them are going to give you a big game. They're all going to combine for 18 points. You're going to be mad that you picked one of those dudes up off of waivers, but you're going to do it because Kyle Pitts on December 11th, 2025, went off for 3 touchdowns and 140-something yards on, 9-10 catches?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's good stuff.
Salute you, Mr. Pitts.
Yes.
They called it an apocalypse. Yeah. That was a bit of a reach.
It was, but listen, sometimes you got to reach out and touch it. There you go. Well, not like that.
Like that.
Not like that.
Let's do our regows.
Regale.
All
right.
This is a sad time of year. I went to do my regows and it's Army-Navy week. And first it's Bucked Up LA Bowl week. My bad. I put that first. It's our only bowl game, and I think everybody should watch it. It's Washington, Boise State, but it is the last Bucked Up LA Bowl we will ever have, according to Brett McMurphy. This is the final iteration of the LA Bowl. It was created in 2020. It has had 4 different names in 5 years. You might know it as it's known now as the Bucked Up LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. But before that, it was the Art of Sport LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. And before that, it was the Starco Brands LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. And before that, it was the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifel. I forgot about the Jimmy Kimmel iteration of this bowl.
So this bowl just goes around changing its name.
But now it's gone.
Okay.
This is the end. The LA Bowl will be no more. Okay. The Bahamas Bowl, dead. LA Bowl, dead. Who's the next? Predict the next bowl to die.
Best guess would be Pinstripe Bowl.
Nah, I think they like playing a game in a baseball stadium.
Okay. I think one of those baseball stadiums is done. But okay.
Maybe. Cool. But it's the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Oh, you can't get rid of
or the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. They've got good sponsors attached to the baseball bowls.
And that's what it's about. How long can you keep the title sponsor? How long can you keep somebody as the sponsor of it? And when you lose a sponsor, can you get somebody else? Why AutoZone Liberty Bowl is one of the better bowls every bowl season is because Liberty Bowl partnered with AutoZone many years ago, and that partnership works, and they've stayed connected, and it's a great bowl. So
I am actually excited for Washington, Boise State. Like, it is one of my 5, when I did my list of bowl games, not college football playoff bowls, to be interested in for the Vernon Show this week. The Bucked Up LA Bowl did make the list. I like both of these teams. Cool. Fun.
I like one of their coaches.
Oh, which one?
Fish.
Oh, don't take him from Washington.
I'm meant to tell you I'm finna text your mama.
You're going to take Jed Fish?
I'm going to text your mama.
My mom's become a Jed Fish fan.
I'll tell her she can be a Michigan fan now. Come over to the promised land, baby.
Don't tell her that. She's like me. She'll be like, okay, sure.
What Jacob say?
He said, wait, you guys are looking for a coach?
Yeah,
what
Jacob,
happened?
You can't hurt me anymore. I can't be hurt anymore by this. I'm numb to it. But we do need a coach.
You do, because your former one is still detained.
I can't wait
to find out today.
And we won't find out everything today. This is there will be days worth of stuff coming out about this. So we'll get.
This is the kind of story that goes into 2026.
We'll get the scope, like the big stuff coming out. We'll know basically what happened, but the particulars we probably won't know about for a little bit. I can't wait to know about it.
Well, because he's scheduled to appear for his arraignment.
Yes.
Today, this afternoon.
So they got to tell us what he was detained and arrested for. And then, how long maybe some of this stuff has been going on. It'll be good stuff. My first bowl, a celebration bowl.
Whee!
We got to crown the black. Why was that your sound effect? We got to crown the Black College Football National
It's
Champion.
a celebration sound. Is that okay?
Your people and
when
my people celebrate differently.
Bowl, I say wee.
We say celebrate good times. Come on.
We do that as well.
Okay. Well.
But this
Black College Football, Atlanta.
You're going?
No. I got stuff popping off. But it is Prairie View A&M who upset Jackson State last week, taking on South Carolina State, who in the past 2 years, they are 10-0 in conference. They hadn't lost a conference game in 2 years. Their coach, Chennis Berry, he got there 2 years ago, but before that, he was at Benedict in the SEAC, and he hasn't lost a conference game in 4 years. So he is a really, really good college football coach. Tremaine Jackson from Valdosta State gets a call up to Prairie View A&M, takes that job. He had Valdosta State 2 years ago in the quarterfinals, maybe the semifinals, and then the last year they made it to the finals, and now he is at Prairie View A&M playing for the Black College Football National Championship. It's great players. It's a great time. If you know about HBCUs, you know about homecoming, you know about classics, and everybody loves their homecoming. Everybody loves the classics. This one is like if everybody got together from all of the different HBCUs and kicked it at homecoming or at a classic, if that makes sense. So you'll have Miles will be there, Stillman will be there, Tougaloo will be there, Lane and Lemoyne will be there, Tuskegee will be there, Hampton, Howard, Delaware State will be there. Obviously, Prairie View A&M and South Carolina State will be there, but so will Morehouse, Spelman, Florida A&M, Mississippi Valley State. There'll be so many different alumni bases there for this game. Is a great time. You get to see some of the best high school bands in the nation as well. They come out and do a battle of the bands outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium beforehand. Then you get to see the two competing bands for their universities come out there and perform as well. And then you get inside, and it's a great game. And from a media standpoint, the spread is always pretty good as well. I love this game so very much. I'll be tuned into it.
Love the spread.
Like the food spread,
yeah,
I don't even know what the spread is.
Speaking of spreads, I think it's the most important part of the Army-Navy game. No disrespect to the 126th chapter of the Army-Navy rivalry. Midshipmen lead the series 63-55-7. They both are in bowl games after this as well for both of these teams. But the food situation at the Army-Navy game has me feeling a certain kind of way. Would you like burnt end tank nachos? Because you know nachos taste better when they come in a paper tank. Or perhaps you would like crab destroyer nachos, come in a destroyer. Or chicken tender Humvee carriers. I love my chicken tenders in a Humvee. I appreciate them doing something fun.
You know who doesn't appreciate it?
Who?
Pete Hegseth. He's tired of all these fatties running around. This food is going to make everybody fat.
You have to do 10 pull-ups if you eat one chicken tender out of the chicken tender Humvee.
You have to go to
You're right. This is a test. What if this is a test?
You have to go to the airport and do the 10 pull-ups.
In your business wear.
Yes.
Like wear a suit when you get on the plane.
Yes.
Do your 10 pull-ups so you're not fat.
Correct.
To eat
because most of the
chicken
people
tender.
there are going to be students, and so they'll be flying home for the holidays. So you get to eat this, and then you go to JFK's airport, and then you just do 10 pull-ups randomly in the airport. That's what we should be doing. Because you know what? I've traveled a lot in my life. Not a ton.
Why are you going to JFK?
What's my man's name?
Why wouldn't you go to...
What's his name? What's the
Which
Kennedy
one?
name? The one with the tapeworm in his head.
Oh, RFK Jr.
RFK, I'm sorry. You go to the airport.
The worm's not there anymore. Speak factually. At one point, there was a worm in there.
If you guys say so.
The worm is out.
If you guys say so, I think the worm is in control. I think the worm is won. How many times have you gone to the airport and been looking around and said, you know what I need? I need to do some damn pull-ups. Why are there no pull-up bars in this mother effer?
This is where I realize this is like one of my worst qualities. I have thought that before. Not pull-ups because I can't do pull-ups. I would love for there to be a gym in the airport.
Oh, you stop it.
I know. That's like
you gonna get on the plane all sweaty and
it's embarrassing.
stank?
No, there would have to be lockers to be able to shower.
You're gonna shower at the airport?
Yeah.
You'll shower at the airport? You'll shower?
I don't know if you.
At the airport?
You might not know this. Like some of the Delta lounges have full showers.
Oh, take that back. I do know that because I've showered at the airport.
Say, didn't you do that when you were?
Yep, I did.
Yeah, that's what
I forgot. Never mind. Take
so
that
it's not
back.
totally weird to have the shower situation, but like if you have a long layover, what's the alternative? To drink 12 beers, which I know is very fun, but every time I'm in an airport, it's like, all right, am I gonna drink, eat, or do something? And I would like to do something.
How can you afford to eat or drink at the airport?
Well, I get into the Delta Lounge and I do it for free because of all the money that I spend outside of my life. It's the one perk that I get
I
for using a Delta credit card.
I can't have a buzz on the flight. You guys,
You can't?
No.
I could have a buzz and do the pull-ups, and then I'm really living life. Like when I was stuck in the Atlanta airport for 2 hours last weekend, I started going to the Delta. No, I started going to the Delta Lounge, and I was like, I don't want a glass of wine. I don't want any more food. And so I left the lounge and I proceeded to go for an hour walk around the Atlanta airport.
I'll do that. I walked around LAX.
My back's been sore ever since. I was lugging a massive backpack.
Well, you shouldn't have.
And if I had the Pete Hegseth sponsored gym, like I've always said I wanted.
But you're not getting a gym. You're just getting pull-up bars.
I really wanted like a spin studio at one point.
Oh, God. No, because I'm not using that. No. Get out of here. Stop it.
Anyway, back to
You want to do Zumba?
Those chicken tenders look nice and crispy.
I would like to eat food out of a Humvee in a tank also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
All right, you didn't even bother to put another college game on your list. You hit us with 3 NFL games.
Well, I thought it was just football. I'm sorry.
It is. No, it shifts to just football. We always
Lions, Rams.
get to this point.
Let's see what the Lions are. I think the Rams are really, really good. The Lions have a good record, but can you beat? You've done the first part before. And the first part is really, really hard to do. Getting the good record, being a team constantly in playoff contention is really, really hard to do. The Lions have done that. Check.
Mm-hmm.
Can you beat good teams late in the season when it matters? And they haven't been able to do that part of it yet. And that is also very, 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 very hard for them to do. This Rams offense is one of the best offenses in the NFL. When you look at what Puka is able to do and you think about Devontae Adams and his ability, particularly in the red zone, to get touchdowns in short yardage situations, he's still got it in that sense. This will be a good game to watch. This is a good weekend of football.
Great weekend of football. I'm most excited for Broncos-Packers in a game where the Broncos are 2.5-point underdogs at home, despite the fact that they are 11-2 and have won 10 straight home games this season, and I believe 11 straight home games dating back to last season. Bo Nix was asked about it yesterday, about being an underdog at home when you're an 11-win team, and he said that his mom thinks they'll win, so that's all that matters. He said, my mom thinks we'll win, that's all that matters. And you want to know what? Respect. Hell yeah, Bo Nix. Because my mom thinks I'm great, and so I think I'm great. I love this mentality. If your mom stamps the approval, then who cares what everybody else says? Who cares what the odds makers have to say? And maybe Bo Nix's mom will come out to be right. This is
what
one
is
of
that
those.
Like?
What?
Having a mom who believes in you.
Oh, don't do that to your Sharon. My Sharon believes in you.
My mom has never believed in me. My mom called this a
Both
hobby.
my parents believe in me.
Mom was like, yo, when are you going to stop with this hobby and get a
she still
real
wants you to
job?
go back to pharmacy school for a third time.
I'm sure she hadn't talked to me about it because I think she's gotten frustrated. I'm sure if you asked her, she'd be like, yeah, he could make it in pharmacy school.
Just give him one more go.
Give him one more go.
Just
Go
give
back.
him one more
Go
go.
back. This is a hobby that you and Jessica do.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, whatever.
Meanwhile, my parents are like, when is your show going to get the national attention that it deserves?
That's good.
Yeah, so we have the opposite. We have both sides of the spectrum. Yeah, I got the Bo Nix parents, you know? Anyway.
Miss Kim believes in me. Thank you, Miss Kim.
That's so sweet. Denver crowd, Denver altitude. They're both something else. Green Bay 1-7 all time in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't won in Denver since 2007. With Brett Favre and Greg Jennings. They've only played 8 times in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when I first saw it, it was like, they haven't won there since 2007. I go, that's bizarre. And it's, they've only played there 8 times. I said, okay, that makes a little more sense.
But that's still bizarre that they've only gone
Yes.
there. It's the Steelers haven't won a game against the Bears in Chicago. It's like, how? These teams have been around forever. How is it never happened for the Steelers? It happened only once for the Packers. That Broncos defense against that Packers offense will be interesting. If you're going to be a Super Bowl contending team for either one of them, you got to win this game. Yes. If you're the Packers, you got to find a way to overcome that defense. And if you're the Broncos, defensively, you have to be good enough to shut an offense like this down, turn the water completely off on them, because you're not getting much offensively from
those Will Lutz
Bo
field goals.
Nix.
Let's go.
Micah Parsons might feast. It'll be good. All right, my next game is
Chargers. You're
Chiefs
welcome.
Chargers. Are the Chiefs going to miss the playoffs? That's the only reason this is on here.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Sure, Herbert is running around broken hand. Sure, everything that Jim Harbaugh built at Michigan is coming down quickly. That's fine. How he handles that, fine. Whatever. I'm ignoring that. Will the Chiefs miss the playoffs? Think about how dominant this Chiefs dynasty has been.
Yes.
Since Patrick Mahomes became the starting quarterback and been allowed to throw to the likes of Tyreek Hill at one point, but Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, right? Like, this has been the premier football franchise for almost a decade. Yeah, they could miss the playoffs, and that would be wild to see.
I saw somebody say Taylor Swift is finally understanding that it's not always fun being a wag. It's not always Super Bowls and rainbows. Like, sometimes you just got to sit there and watch a team end a dynasty.
Yeah.
That's got to be an emotional thing. It's okay. They're planning their wedding. Travis Kelce will have new things to focus on.
Travis Kelce, for now, needs to focus on this damn football game.
And catching the damn ball.
Come on now.
I don't know how the Chargers have 9 wins, but they do.
It's a couple
and
of
I'm
them.
proud of them.
You know, it's a couple that you don't know how.
When they've had a defense that's held up. And they beat the Eagles. Despite Justin Herbert having one hand. My other game, and I believe you have it on your list as well, Colts Seahawks. How can you not? How can this not be on your viewing list of the weekend? Because what if Phillip Rivers actually plays?
That's how it cannot be on there.
What if Phillip Rivers? Yes, you do. It's on your list.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you also want to see
I
Phillip
want to
Rivers.
see Phillip Rivers.
Shane Steichen said he is an option to start.
You don't bring him in if you don't start. If you're not going to start him, at some point you're going to start him. To start him the first week would be like, that would be something.
This feels like a fever dream.
Does it?
Yes.
Name a retired quarterback.
Tom Brady.
Put him on the team.
Yeah, he would do it.
And well,
be fine.
I'm trying to do the Mad Lib, Jessica.
I'm
you
sorry.
went with the wrong quarterback.
Buffalo Bills.
No, Jessica.
Okay, sorry.
We're doing the Mad Lib about this situation. So, Mad Lib it. Give me a retired quarterback.
Peyton Manning.
Say Phillip Rivers. Give me a retired quarterback.
Fine, Phillip Rivers.
Okay, what team?
Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, who are they playing?
Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, that's the Mad Lib, Jessica.
Well, then the next part of the Mad Lib is what happens, and I feel like the 2 options are either he breaks, and by breaks I mean like one of his limbs snaps off his body, or they win, and we're talking about like legitimate conversations. Can Phillip Rivers lead the Indianapolis Colts to a Super Bowl this year? Like, 1 win, and those are the kind of conversations that are absolutely popping off. I'm so concerned.
He's a big boy. He's a grown.
Yeah, he is a big boy. He doesn't even know how much he weighs anymore.
He's a grown ass man, right? Like you made a grown man decision. You went out there. Nobody told you had to go out there. That's like, oh no, here's a man in a cage with a bear. Well, yeah, okay, you're sad for the man, sure, but he walked his ass in there. Nobody held a gun to his head and said, hey, go in there. That Phillip Rivers has decided to go out there and try and compete at this level.
It's a great psychology study to be done on what happens to and I'm going to say the male brain that makes so many men think I've got one more ride in me.
I think in this situation it might be CTE.
Did you read? Probably not. The quote from his about his kids saying, "My boys were fired up, but I think they share the same sentiment. A little nervous, like, Dad, you think you can do it?" You know, and then my older girls are real excited. They're grown adults now, married, and they remember 16 years old, going to a ball game. The Dad, you think you can do it? when this is made into a Disney Channel original movie. Actually, no,
It's
this
not.
is not a DCOM.
It's
This is
gonna be-
Lifetime. No, this is Tubi. This is a Tubi movie. What are you putting it on?
This is one of those weird Christian movies with the weird lighting.
You're right.
That's what this is.
It's produced by Russell Wilson and Sierra. Absolutely. No, it's one of those.
This gets played at Liberty, right? This movie is being played at Liberty.
For sure. Oh my God, yes. To
Yeah.
show, go have 10 kids
Yeah.
and you can still come back as a grandfather when one of those kids has a kid of their own.
A
And come back.
grandfather, a father, and a good Christian man. His faith.
And-
Phillip Rivers
no,
doesn't
wait.
curse. Phillip
Sorry,
Rivers has
can you
never
wait?
cursed. Okay, yeah.
A father,
Mm.
a grandfather,
Mm.
good Christian man, and one heck of a quarterback.
That's a good one. Jacob is pointing out that it's going to be told from the wife's perspective, somebody who is in charge of the house while her husband goes to work.
Yeah.
A subservient woman, a woman who knows her place.
It's like, I thought I had some help, but turns out I don't need help.
Who do you
I had it
need?
within me.
Within you?
All along.
Through the
All
hands
right.
of Jesus Christ.
I'm happy for them.
For-
They seem
for
like a nice.
Jesus?
No, well, yes, always 'tis the season, but they seem like nice. They seem like nice people, and I just don't want him to die. I just don't want to watch Phillip Rivers get crushed. And maybe he won't play. Maybe it'll be Riley Leonard.
You watch the nature documentary and think, oh no, please antelope make it. Please don't let the leopard eat them. Right?
Yes.
And I watched that documentary like,
And
go,
you say, go leopard,
leopard,
go.
go. Listen,
You know what? That
he's not
really
a-
sums up you and I in a nutshell.
He's not a animal. He's a person. So I also don't want him to be catastrophically injured. But like if he gets popped, if he plays, if he starts and or if he plays and he gets popped, I do want to see him get up. I want to see what his reaction is after that. Because at 44, being out of the NFL, 5 years? You get popped one time?
You haven't been popped in a long time.
I know you don't curse, dog, but I imagine you're going to let an F word slip. And not
Frickin' frick.
not a freaking frick. Not a frickety frack. You gonna say the Big Daddy curse word, man.
Dag nabbit. Doggummit.
Oh, shucks.
Shucks.
Gee Willikers. How did I not take G Willikers for the white people
G.
saying
Willikers
draft?
is so good.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do a little Music Friday to wrap this up. What we're listening to, some big music news throughout the week, including quite the controversy at the latest show at the Sphere. We'll get into all of that when we come back.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
how did this happen? How are you the president of basketball operations after all you have done, right, in the music world, in the entertainment world, in the fashion world?
Basketball changed my life, saved my life, and I grew up in New Orleans, and it's all about helping the next generation. God has led me on this amazing journey, and I'm taking advantage of it.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on, so join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day. Welcome back. Before we get into our Music Friday, one other game that we didn't include in our RAGGOWs, but it's certainly a game of the weekend. Memphis-Louisville tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. ESPN at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. Rivalry renewed. I'm excited for that one. So that will be on my primary television tomorrow afternoon. Some Music Friday. I have a new bit that I'd like to tell you.
Well, the point of the bit is to do the bit, and then the people don't find out it's a bit till after the bit has been done.
Well, you know me, when I launch a bit, I sometimes never go back to the bit. So I just wanted to be clear that it's a quick bit, and maybe this is the only time I ever bring it up. But if I think about it in the future, it'll come back. The Kelly Clarkson duet of the week. Like a video of Kelly Clarkson that crossed my timeline. And I actually have two.
Okay.
One is a throwback. We were talking about Kelly Clarkson Christmas songs earlier this week, and Kelly Clarkson, Ariana Grande doing Santa Can You Hear Me? And it's from years ago. Both of them look like different people. Both of them are smaller versions of themselves today than they were when they first did that duet.
Crazy for Ariana.
Correct. And Kelly's beautiful no matter what. But
they're
then
both beautiful. Not trying
she
to
also did a duet with Sarah McLachlan. Do you know who that is? The one who does the Sad Dog commercial song.
You remember
also that.
me?
I will remember you.
For just $9.99, you can buy this dog right here. He's got one eye, half a tongue.
Exactly. Thank you.
And one leg, but he needs love.
Well, they did a duet of Joni Mitchell's River.
Okay.
And those harmonies were, you should go find it to build the case of Kelly Clarkson being one of the top 50 singers of all time.
Top 50?
Yeah, I've decided that's my...
Jessica, I was saying she's not top 200, and you've moved it all the way to 50?
Top 50.
Wasn't it 200? It was 200, right? She was like 190 something?
She was up there.
Okay.
It was so disrespectful, I don't remember the exact number.
Oh, yeah, it was disrespectful. No, wait, we can save this.
Absolutely
We can save this because it's coming up January 6th. Never forget. A day that
That's
will
our
always
day.
live in infamy.
The day that Billboard Music released its
People were
top
so
200 singers of all time.
So passionate about that. There was a rally in D.C. They went to the Capitol to voice
All
their
for Kelly
opinion
Clarkson
about it.
And we are on opposite sides because I thought she should have been higher, and you thought she shouldn't have even been in it. And that
We should go.
is a
We should go to
travesty.
D.C. and storm the Capitol
for Kelly Clarkson
For Kelly
Day.
Clarkson Day.
That's one of my favorite bits. Did you see the Zac Brown Band thing that I sent?
No, I missed that.
Okay, so
entirely.
Zac Brown Band is playing the Sphere, which is interesting. You know who Zac Brown Band is? No. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you do. There's a little bit of chicken fried, a cold beer on a Friday night,
a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Or got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in the world, a cold beer in my hand, life is good.
Unaware
again.
of that one.
Love big Zac Brown Band.
I know.
fan.
I love Chicken Fried. Chicken Fried is a
It's a
banger.
great song. I've been to a Zac Brown Band concert.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it was great. It was a free concert. I didn't have to spend money on it, but I enjoy it. I put down a blanket at a park where they were playing and had a great time listening to the beautiful sounds of Zac Brown Band. If you see the images of the Zac Brown Band show at the Sphere, it doesn't really fit with the chicken fried kind of like theme.
They got baked chicken?
They've got a lot of
Are they
skeletons.
pirates?
And they have a lot of like big rock energy. And
that's
there were,
cool.
I know, it looks cool. I want to see a show at the Sphere so bad. I really want to see a show at the Sphere.
Where's the fried chicken at?
There's no fried chicken. There's just a lot of skeletons in crowns and kind of like scary Halloween type production value. Well, some fans were really mad, and they've accused the Zac Brown Band show at the Sphere of being a satanic ritual, and they said it was demonic. This became such a thing that a reverend of the Church of Satan, which is a real thing, said that it's not a satanic ritual, and it was just a glorified Halloween decoration. And he said that the country is moving back to the great satanic panic of the 1980s. I wasn't around for that. But I think Zac Brown Band is just living his best life of trying something new from a genre perspective. I think he's stretching himself artistically.
So the music is the same. It's just the images around the music that creep people out?
Yes.
I'd have to go and try and
I think
find
he just
something.
wanted to be a rocker.
I'd have to go and try and find some of these images because nothing I saw there was bad. Like you're in a lake and there's a pirate at the bottom of it. I thought more like, oh, he's on some Captain Jack Sparrow type shit right now.
I thought he was just like, you know what I want to be today when I'm in the Sphere?
Arg, matey.
I want to be a little more cutting edge. Less chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, and more boo. Anyway, I like Zac Brown Band a lot. I do think this is one of those stories that kind of gets like manufactured on the internet and then becomes a bigger thing than it actually was. There were like 2 tweets from people who went to the Zac Brown Band show and said, like, I didn't sign up for this. What is this demonic show that I just saw? I wanted to listen to Chicken Fried. But then there were countless others that said, this was a hell of a show. This was so fun. Played his greatest hits, played some of his new stuff. Like, what an artist, cool opportunity. But if you Google it, it has turned into a thing, which is crazy.
We got to get these jokes off. That's why it's a thing.
We got to get Wizard of Oz back in the Sphere.
Ooh. Could we get Wicked in there?
With a live orchestra.
Okay.
I'm really into live orchestras at movies. Someone did one here. And I was like, why did I know about this? Okay. My dream is to go see a movie with a live orchestra.
That's your dream.
Yeah, my biggest of dreams.
Your dream.
I've always said that.
Your dream. Okay.
As I've always said, my dream is to see a movie with a live orchestra. My dream is also to marry Jonathan Bailey, but I don't think that's going to happen. We didn't have Theater Thursday yesterday.
Jonathan Bailey, oh my goodness. Okay.
So I called this Music Friday because he sings in Wicked, so technically he's
musicals
a singer.
are music. Like, music is in musical.
He and David Corenswet, who played Superman, were one of the Actors on Actors pairing for the annual Actors on Actors interviews, and I had a blast listening to the two of them and watching the two of them. And at the end, they were like, should we just kiss? And you heard girls everywhere say, yeah! But if you want, like, all things seriously, because I do recommend great art projects on this show, listening to the two of them was a very fun conversation about just the industry and acting from a young age and even, like, missing school when they were young. And Jonathan Bailey's a Brit and David Corenswet's American, but I became a bigger David Corenswet fan after this, and I'm a forever Jonathan Bailey fan, so that was good. I'm also a Beyonce fan, and Beyonce's going to be at the Met Gala for the first time in a decade.
She's co-chair. Does
She
that
has
matter?
to be there because she's a co-chair.
Okay.
It does matter.
All right. You
want to know why I think she's doing it?
Why?
Because Renaissance 3 is about to come out.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever the next iteration of her 1, 2, 3 project is. Because we had Renaissance, then we had Cowboy Carter, and then the presumed rock album. I think that's the general consensus belief, is that the third iteration of this Beyonce project is going to be a rock and roll album of some capacity. I mean, she always does multi-genres within each of those albums so far. But yeah, she's one of the co-chairs for the Met Gala, along with Nicole Kidman and Venus Williams. So for the girls.
Carpenter is there in some capacity. Carpenter and Doja Cat
and Asia Wilson
are
on like committees of some kind.
There we go. That's what they call it. Okay.
The theme is costume art, because I know you're a big Met Gala fan. I know everybody who watches this show, they're like, when is Jess going to get to talk about the Met Gala outfits again? They're like, God.
That's my favorite bit.
Stop talking about basketball. Stop talking about football. Please talk about the outfits at the Met Gala.
We're going to do it again this year?
Hell yeah.
All right. I love that.
Where I'm trying to get you to figure out who these people are. I might ask you to actually name them.
You did ask me to name
No,
them.
I put them in categories, remember?
Oh,
where I have
would-
you
I would
tell me
try
if
to-
they are
I would
an
try to name
athlete, a entertainer, or just a rich person.
I think it was athlete, actor, or musician.
Sure, or rich person.
Or influencer. I think those were the 4.
It's May 4th. You have a lot of time to prepare. Don't
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start preparing.
Are you listening to anything good right now before we get out of here?
Christmas music. Outside of Christmas music.
I finally have tapped into the Christmas music.
I have my Christmas hat. And so I've just been listening to the tunes of Luther and to LaFace Records and to the What Do the Lonely Do and Temptations and Stevie and them. Like, yeah, I just been on my Christmas music tip.
I did listen to this album that came out this year called F My Computer by an artist named Nina Geraci. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Like a lot.
Okay.
There's a song called iPod Touch. That might be one of my favorite songs of the year. The whole album is names like that. iPod Touch, Delete, Info Hazard, Battery Death, and F My Computer.
I'll turn up.
Oh, someone in the chat knows who Nina Geraci is. She's so good. Wow, I feel seen. That was fun. All right, everybody. Grizzlies Jazz tonight at FedEx Forum. Memphis, Louisville tomorrow in Louisville. We will be back on Monday to discuss all the happenings of this weekend. It's 12-12 day. Hopefully we see 12 play tonight. Come out. We'll see you there. Have a wonderful weekend.
Throw your hat on.
Oh, thank you.
And then I guess put us both up on screen so everybody can see that she's nice and I'm naughty.
Shocking.
I think I'm nice.
I really didn't like how you said naughty.
Naughty.
I don't like that. Thanks, Miss Kim, as always. We'll see everybody on Monday. Bye.
Sometimes I use that voice on the missus like, come on, girl.
Nice.